Storm, I don't know whether to cry. I really don't even know what I should say right now. Like, you broke down everything that I felt in all these years, and you just like laid it out there. Like, and I know people are gonna hear whatever they're gonna hear, but to hear what you said about Winton, I just felt like I failed Winton. No matter what nobody can say, how y'all say it, or what y'all feel, I failed him. I can't feel no other way. And if I go too fast, so I'm just throw your hands up if you want to say something, okay?
Okay.
The whole thing you said was powerful. The whole thing you said was powerful. And I'm just sitting back here like, damn, especially with that young lady and whoever that young lady is who wrote that about your friend. I know that you are truly Winter's friend. And I am humbly grateful that you knew that I was telling the truth. And you took a chance to let Mary know that her son loved her, that his dad was truly an abuser, and that I was not a liar. Because that's something people can't say about me. Y'all can go get true syrup, a lie detector, it doesn't matter. I'll take any of that shit. I don't think the Harveys will.
Why do you
Storm
how
said
well
so much in this interview right now.
it was a lot. It
Yep.
was a lot. It was a lot. How do you feel about Mary calling me and saying that you're a liar and not to trust you and that you're manipulative?
I felt sick on my stomach. It did something to me mentally because this is a woman that I fought for 10 years. I fought for Mary's son harder than Mary would fight for her own child. And let me tell y'all how. I didn't know any of this until I wanted to do the reality show in 2013. But in 2009, if I'm not mistaken, y'all said, and in 2011, go back and listen to Mary interview when she's sitting on the couch with this young lady and she's talking about how Steve took her little Winton from her. Not one time in that interview did I hear Mary say, Steve beat my son with a sorority paddle. Not one time did I hear Mary say that he beat Winton with a belt buckle. The child abuse happened in 2008. Here's the report. And let me call the number out if y'all don't know. The report number is OR 2008-00199-568 in Plano, Texas, Police Department. Now, while Mary was sitting up there trying to say I was a liar, I could easily say, Mary, you helped cover up child abuse because Steve was paying you because your ass got on all these different sites and you never once said that this report existed. You knew it existed, but you never said it existed. So really, when I really kind of knew who Mary was, I started learning who she was way before now. And we're going to get into all that. But to know that Mary wanted to call Storm and tell Storm I was liar, I saw somebody in his comment box say, Mary don't want this smoke. Mary finna get
Mm.
all the smoke in the shit for 10 years. I'm finna tell all Mary business like the fuck I told Steve, because this is what you're going to deserve for yourself. You don't bring a loyal person like to me in your circle. You don't bring a person to me like I am God. I don't care if I cuss. I'll cuss you out the day, probably slap the hell out you, but you can never say I don't know God. And you can never
Mm.
say on this internet that I did not fight for Mary Harvey. But let me tell y'all something. Let me clear this up. It was about Mary Harvey being gagged as a black woman. But when I saw the police report that Daryl Paget, a white lawyer, had sent me some documents, Mary still would not tell me about the child abuse. So you guys talk about 9, 10, 11, 12, 5 years that Mary got on this internet whining about what Steve didn't do for her, but you never said that he beat Winton like he beat Winton on here. While you was asking for your
Mm.
money, you should have been telling this report because this happened in 2008. You was on the mic whining in 2009 and 2011. So that tells me that you care more about money, fame, and power that you didn't have anymore because you divorced Steve Harvey. And see what Steve should have did as a man? Steve should have pulled me aside. All I wanted was an apology. You guys, I was in too deep. I was called a co-conspirator and an extortionist.
And she
Nobody
said,
wanted to deal with me.
and she said, and she said that you should have been okay with that because her name is bigger than yours.
Is that right?
She said her name is bigger than yours.
Okay. Your name might have been bigger than mine, but your name was shit till 2013 because Steve Harvey gagged your ass. Now that's the true fact. They may have knew you were Steve's second wife, mistress to Marsha. So let's go ahead and admit that. Mary cheated with Steve, and I got a tape of that too, Mary, saying that you cheated with Steve while Marsha was pregnant with Steve's son,
Broderick
his
Jr.
oldest son. So you are no better than Margie and Lot. Right, with Broderick Jr. So I don't want nobody to think I'm going to be shade and throw Mary up under the bus. But since you want to say I'm a liar, you can go get Steve because I know he done paid you now. And you can go get him, Margie, all the judges who violated you, the lawyers too, and you still not going to win against me because God is my attorney and I'm coming for victory.
Should we be scared, Essie? Why she called me talking about some, are you concerned? Do you know how many people are affected by this?
Because she's a coward. Because if she wasn't a coward while she was on the internet 2011 and they took my Winston and I can't believe what Steve did, you knew he was a hoe. You know he was a hoe when he was sitting up there with Terry. But you still came and did what you gonna do. And you still stayed with him no matter what. Now listen, you guys, she's already gone to the hospital. So unless she's watching this in the ambulance or in Ruth's car, and Ruth, I got some shit for you too. You can't say that me and Storm interview has done anything to you because you should not have. Go ahead. How did you even know Ruth? Ruth is Mary's sister. How do you know Ruth, Storm?
Ruth contacted me. Ruth watches the show. And so Ruth reached out to me when me and you did like the first interview when I released part 1. And then Ruth, commented a couple times in the DMs. And then this weekend, she's like, my sister Mary wants to speak with you. I'm okay, cool. And that's the conversation we had. Then boom, today, 1 minute before we go live, Ruth talking about, I just rushed Mary to the ER. And if anything happens to her, I'm blaming you and Essie. Me? You blaming us? We didn't kill her soul. We didn't take her baby. We didn't take her out of her own house and home. We didn't keep her from the money in the divorce. We didn't keep her from the assets. We didn't illegally sign her name and forge it in a divorce decree. We didn't do that. We wasn't even the damn the marriage counselor that turned on her and then went on to marry Steve and Marjorie in an unofficial, illegal ass, not ordained by God, with his big sweaty fat ass in Hawaii. We didn't do that. No shade to TD Jakes, but you're very big and very sweaty. We didn't do that.
And I throw shade to TD Jakes because you was married to marriage counselor. I'm throwing shade. You were Mary Harvey's married and knowing cheating with Steve Harvey in Hawaii, and you married them. What kind of shit is that? That's the new preacher stuff. That's why I don't run up in people's churches. That right there. Now, you guys, what I'm going to say, it may sound harsh. It may sound cruel. But I'm Essie, and can't none of y'all get me to heaven. So whatever I say, I'm getting ready to have to take accountability for that. But I will not take accountability for no man. I will take accountability for God. Because for this whole situation for 10 years. And when I saw child abuse, because I was abused, everything, I didn't think about Mary no more. I wasn't loyal to Mary. I was loyal to Winton. I was loyal to Winton because I am him and he is me. And I knew that child abuse face. So when Mary set her ass all up on the internet, not saying nothing, for 5 years. Go look in the mirror now, Mary, because you helped them do that to Winton. That's the real truth. You allowed Steve, you allowed Margie to violate your son because you was too busy trying to get money in your pockets. That you never said nothing about them beating Winton at all. And Mary said a couple of times Steve would give her portraits. One portrait was like $60,000. So I don't know if Margie knew, but he would take portraits over there to Mary so she could take them to a consignment shop so she would have money in her pocket. So Steve, now I'm gonna do you a favor, because don't think I got a personal vendetta against Steve Harvey. I just feel like Steve Harvey said, think like a man, act like a woman, whatever the hell you said, and you will lie when the truth will do. You should have just said, Essie Berry, let's me and you talk. But you didn't know Essie Berry, and I'm not Margie, Mary, or Marsha. My name is Essie Berry. I'm a soldier for God. I don't fold. I don't worry about people talking about me, because you can't get me into heaven. What I'm going to say may sound cruel, and it might sound bad, but this is what Essie Berry felt. Says Mary want to sit up and try to make it like I'm a liar. Says Mary Harvey want to say that she didn't give me permission to tape her. And you guys can contact Geneva Closet, because she gonna tell the truth too. There'll be a video coming out where Mary said that we could tape her. And ever since she said that, I take every damn thing she said, beginning to end, because she's a coward. Look at her. How you gonna say she ain't no coward? And she jumped on the mic in 2011 and she never told y'all that Winton was beaten with a board. And here's the report right here. She could have said anything. She never said it. Why? So here we go. Steve, this one's to you. Steve's a comedian, right? And I understand as a comedian, you're supposed to make people laugh and make people smile. And you were married to Mary, because I'm going to tell you some things that Mary has done. And she is no better than Margie. But this particular thing was one of the first things that made me lose mad respect for Mary. Now, Steve is a comedian. He on the road and he provide for you and your kid. And one of your kids wasn't his. Whatever happened, I'm sorry about that. But your kid was still there. And he provided for your family too, Mary. So while Steve on the road, you trying to take pills and commit suicide. And that's a horrible thing to happen. But what is more horrible is Mary had enough guts, because I say that's a coward, to sit up there and try to kill herself while Winton was upstairs in the room. So now you tell me, when Steve came in and saw that you were doing that, should he have left his son with you to think that you may do it again? Or would a real man just try to snatch his kid? But the way he did it, I'm not going to say that was ever right. I'm not going to say them signing paperwork in Mary's name was ever right. But to know that you needed help yourself, and you claim that they snatched your son Winton, but you yourself was trying to take your own life. So what would have happened if you took your own life? Steve still ended up Winton anyway, but he definitely would have ended up with Winton then, because you were trying to take your own life. So when you sit up here trying to blame Steve for some actions, maybe you should go back and look in the mirror and blame yourself too. Because one of his in-laws told me that Steve would beg to stay with Mary. Mary divorced Steve. And now you mad because you ain't got the money that you should have thought you were given. But maybe because you were so low down and trifling to Steve's first wife, and you did what Margie did to you, it's called karma, boo-boo, and it came around 10 back fold to you. And to know that you want to deceive a person like me, it's okay, because God's going to protect me no matter who you may be. Point blank, period, simple. So do I blame Steve for the way he did it? Yes, I do. But I had to think about this man's a comedian, and he probably don't even know. They think because of how I talk, and as Mary said, I'm ghetto, that I'm not intelligent. Bitch. To be intelligent, to be ghetto, and to know the law, I'll annihilate any attorney you, because I'm ready. I may have walked away before. You just admitted your husband bullied me. Y'all ain't ready for this, Essie Berry, because I'm coming with everything you see. And if you bring any more papers to me, a storm, I will release everything on this internet, because they're my conversations to you. because I knew that you would continue to try to use Winton to try to protect Steve. Because you never really tried to protect Winton, because I would have been saying, look, dude beat my baby with a belt buckle and a sorority paddle. If Mary had did that in 2011, 2009, even 2017, Steve would not be in the power that he is in right now. But it took my ghetto ass. It took my whatever you said I am, because she did tell someone that once she win her lawsuit, the murder of the soul in 2017, she was going to dump my ghetto ass on the side of the road and she was going to take her money and run. She didn't even have enough sense to even deal with this whole situation. That's why I was her POA. So I would run to the hospital too, because Mary I'm gonna put all her damn business out here. Just like you tried to act like Steve was so ratchet, so raunchy, you are disrespectful too. You have disrespected me for 10 years, and I smiled on this damn camera because I owed, but I didn't owe that to you. I owed that to Winton, and I stayed loyal to Winton. But now Winton's in Dubai, and if anything happens to Winton, they try to lie and say he did something. Please go get Steve, because Steve will be the mark. Because I think he would do anything to silence Winton. Winton's not gonna come. But his friend just spoke what Storm said. Storm read that letter, and his friend spoke for herself. So basically, to me, it's nothing else to say about that. And no shade to Mary on no end, but it takes two people to do all this negative stuff. So before I go further, Storm, what did you think about Mary calling, telling you those things about me? And you see, I done got my ass whooped on this internet behind Mary Harvey. I done got dragged through the mud behind
Yep.
Mary Harvey. I done got stalked like a Hebrew slave behind Mary Harvey and her son, because I fought for your son like a mother should do when you went and tucked your tail and hear from Steve Harvey or whatever you do.
I think at the time she needed somebody to fight her battles, and she knew that you had the backbone to do it. And so she looked down on you, but literally still used you as her pit bull, as a bulldog, because she knew Essie gonna get it. Essie gonna be able to do and say everything that I don't. How is it that you got the child abuse paperwork, but she being the mother, she couldn't even get it? They told her no. She just took that. She's never had a backbone. She's never been strong. You were her strength, and
That
she
was a
looked down
damn
on
good
her.
question. That was a damn good question.
And you were you literally were her strength, but she looked down on you at the same time, which is mind-boggling to me. When I was listening to her speak,
So y'all want to know?
as she went on to confirm pretty much everything that you said, I said, damn, Essie should have dropped her a long time ago. And I told you that on the phone. I said, you should have dropped her a long time ago.
Everyone who met Mary, including that day when y'all saw her in that white outfit in 2017 and she was interviewing with my people, every one of those women said I should not be dealing with Mary. My best friend had said at the time she didn't like Mary because her and her got into something because Mary thought she was more than everybody. That white fit outfit Mary had on, I paid for that. I didn't even know Mary was coming or in California when she did the lawsuit for murder of the soul, but I became her POA. I pawned all my jewelry. I paid over $3,000, not $3,000 to $5,000, if not more, because I put gas in Mary's car. I put money in her pocket every day. I put her in a hotel room. I bought her everything she wanted to drink. I bought her food and stuff in the hotel she had. It had a kitchenette in there so she could be up in there, and she still talked shit about that because she had the finest. But because you have the finest don't mean that you know how to live the finest. Now I have to give it to Margie about that. She was a better eye candy on Steve arm than you. Mary used to hate when I wear blonde hair. Why? Because I know I look better than you in it. That blonde hair, Mary look ratchet as hell. If didn't nobody ever tell you as a friend, if you don't think I'm that, you should never wear blonde, Mary, because the shit didn't look good on you. And even though Storm would cover his mouth, don't cover your mouth now, Storm, because it get ready to get serious. Even though Steve is a nice looking dressed man, Not one outfit besides the one on this thumbnail that I thought that you look good in. That was the first one. At least Margie gonna do her hair and not throw it back in a ponytail and wear all the shit to make her man look good. So that was another reason why. You neither one of you complimented each other. You want to be Steve's mother and he want to be your pappy. So now how that goes? Yeah, that baby. Don't ever do that again, Mary. Did you tease that too high? She's a talk smack, you guys, about me wearing blonde hair. You guys can go back and Google me and see me with blonde hair. And why would a woman do that? And I'm trying to worry about being her friend. And then you poking out your boobs that Steve told you to buy. And then look at Mary and look at, and then you can tell Mary mad. That's why Steve didn't want you out there, because of shit like that. And whoever did your hair, you need to go back right now and go off on them, because that wasn't a do to wear. Point blank, period, simple. So Mary is who she faked to be, but she's really not who she claimed to be. So she got rushed to the hospital. Because let me ask your people something. Do y'all really want to know the real Mary Harvey from what I know? Is that what y'all really want to know? Girl, there's another one. Now, how did that dress with them flowers fit that black suit? How did that fit that black suit over here to the right there? Yeah, that outfit didn't fit that black suit. Nothing she wore complimented what Steve already had. Everything Margie wear, Margie, I'm giving you a compliment, and I don't really care for you. Everything you wore compliments yourself with Steve Harvey, pretty much, except that time when you wore that white outfit with them white eyelashes. You like you was a dove finna fly to another land. Don't do that again, Margie. I'm just saying. So Mary used to get upset because I had blonde hair. I don't know why that upset her, but it upset her really bad. Now y'all see that picture right there? That's when Mary went to jail in 2019. I called Fox News and got Fox News, a person who ghetto, a person who don't know nothing, a person who's beneath Mary, as she say, and I got Fox News to go up in there and interview Mary, and she still didn't tell that Steve had beat her son. Please ask me why Mary didn't tell that Steve beat her son, and the media camera was right there in front of her. She looked confused. She looked like she couldn't think straight, but then she turned around and just didn't say nothing and got son in jail, knew her son had got beat the hell out of her, and she was like, oh, which way did I go? Which way did I go? Oh, that's what she did. But you could get on this internet and holler about your money. But you couldn't holler about your son. I'll be wanting to go to the hospital too, because you knew I was going to come for you, because you don't want this smoke. But I'm going to give you all the smoke, since you want to make me look like a liar, and you want to try to confirm to Storm some shit that ain't even true. And you would have better off kept your mouth shut. That's what she should have did.
I agree. I agree, because I was listening to her and I'm just like, she must didn't do her research on who I was. How many people have I called out on this show? I've called out the Satanism in Hollywood.
I don't think so.
I've called out the child trafficking. I've called out all kinds of stuff. Illuminati. I've called them all out on the show. I've showed y'all the rituals that they do. We have called some shit out. We've called out Diddy, and Diddy is bigger than Steve Harvey. Harvey Weinstein, Mark Wahlberg. Come on now, the white folks. I don't think she did. I got R. Kelly's.
So what makes Mary so different?
Exactly.
Mary, he got R. Kelly on speed dial. How are you? You may end up with them too for covering up child abuse. Stop playing. You did cover up child abuse because you didn't never holler about it. You never got on the internet saying that about it. So what makes you better than Steve? So now y'all say y'all want to know who Mary is? Come on, Mary. You put these gloves on. 10 years. 10 years. I shut my mouth behind you.
And before you get into it, hold on. Before you get into it, we should also tell them that in the emails to both of us, not only did she threaten me with jail by saying, if you illegally record me, that's a felony. and a $250,000 fine. She literally said on a phone call with me, and as far as Essie is concerned, I'm working on that. So what is she working on? What does she have against you? What is she planning?
Can y'all imagine Mary trying to do something towards me and I done fought for her all these years? Did you hear what Storm just said? So that's why I put your damn business out here. I'm going to let people know that really Mary was a disrespectful ass sister the whole time I've known her. She always thought that I was beneath her. All I want to do was fight for Winton. This was never about Mary. When I found out that Winton was abused in 2008, this is about what Steve Harvey did. When I found out that Steve in 2015 and in 2017, this is another police report. So we got 2 abuse reports against Winton, about Winton from Steve Harvey, and y'all let him stay on the platform. And Mary still didn't get on there and talk about that, but she talked about her money. So let me tell y'all who Mary Harvey truly is. I read that comment. I got to say something about that. Bitch, whoever you are, I don't care if you is Storm's people. It ain't no what she said, a personal attraction towards Steve Harvey. Take your ass over there and ask Steve Harvey, why is he blackmailing me? And why is there a warrant in Texas? And I've never been to Texas. You sound stupid as hell. You the type bro to sit up there and let somebody put his dick in your mouth and sit up there and go run behind cameras and let someone do everything you want to you. Everybody else would do it, so why wouldn't you? So this ain't about an attraction, because I didn't stalk Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey stalked me. I didn't call Mary and tell Mary to shut up. Steve Harvey did that to Mary. I told Steve Harvey to take that raggedy ass warrant off me, because conspirator and extortionist can get you 20 years in jail. But Danielle, tell me, how did I get a warrant on me in a state that I never been in? I don't care what color you are. You're a dumbass broad. Because you the type broad, not that person. And excuse me, son, because I'm a civil rights activist. But before activist, I was Essie Berry. And I said what I said the way I said it, because I'm not afraid to speak my mind. Period. So ask Steve why he has a fatal attraction with me. Why Steve let me turn his life upside down. And all he had to do is say I lied on Essie Berry. She was not a co-conspirator and extortionist. And as long as Steve got that warrant on me, we stay connected together. And how cowardly is it of Mary to say that I'm scared to speak out when I was the one who told your son got beat up? You didn't. You sat on your ass for 5 years and begged for money, but you still let your son stay in the presence of Steve Harvey. So what are you talking about? It's women like you that makes me sick. Go ahead and read it, Storm. What did she say?
She said, Essie, I do not have to remind you that wiretapping, that's what she's trying to get you on, is a federal offense in the state of California. The offense comes with a $250,000 fine and for broadcasting private conversations had between you and I. Additionally, remove any and all videos pertaining to me.
Now, since let me just see if Geneva answered this phone, because Geneva could tell you that she begged us to tape her. She gave us 20,000 ways. Please, y'all tape this. Make sure you don't forget about it. Put it online. She taped us we taped her 24/7. So let me tell you this. If a person don't want you to know their business, then keep your damn mouth closed, because they ain't going to know your business unless you tell it. Y'all threatened me again. You threatened Storm again. I put all this shit out here, and what you gonna do? And I'm gonna go do just like Tasha K. When you sue me, I ain't got it. Shit, I've been to the hospital too. What the fuck did y'all do about me? Did nobody come to my rescue? Mary told us 2 years ago that she was finna die. Ask Geneva. Y'all seen that interview when Geneva did it with Mary 2 years ago? Mary came to us and said she was going to die. She said that the doctor said she was going to die and she had something and she needed some money. So every time she need money, she'll get on and make Steven think she gonna tell something. so she can get some money. So I made her tell me everything, and I taped her because I knew she was a coward, and she kept that string dangling. Steve, I helped your ass out. I'm putting it out there for her. She wasn't bold enough. Because is this why y'all said Mary was gagged? Because from what I understand, even when Mary went to jail, she didn't go to jail for being gagged, but that's what they told me. She went to jail for child support. Yeah. So how was she ordered child support and Steve had took her kid? But see, it still come back to Mary raggedy ass. Because at the end of the day, I fought for Mary and I got called a co-conspirator and extortionist. But I only got called a co-conspirator and extortionist because I knew about the child abuse with Steve Harvey. And it's more. I got like 3 police reports against him and 2 restraining orders. One in the state of Arizona and one in the state of California. And the judges just dismissed it like it wasn't nothing. But I'll make sure I put it in my book. I'll do that. You got some say, Storm?
I'm so happy that we are really clearing this out. I didn't know how I was gonna wrap this up, but God said Mary was gonna call me, try to throw me off my game, only for me to really figure out this whole time I don't have any sympathy for her. I had, at least with you, I had sympathy for her, and the public had sympathy for her. But now, really, you covered up the fact that Steve had the room allegedly with all the gay prawn and the dirty Vaseline and $6,000 in You covered up the fact that allegedly Steve brought your oldest son, Steven, in a room with his shirt buttoned down, talking about some come here, boy. And your son felt very uncomfortable. And you didn't leave then. You didn't leave with the gay porn. You didn't leave with the $6,000 in ones. You didn't leave when your son felt very uncomfortable.
You didn't leave when Steve had his digger went to face. You didn't leave when Steve bought bit went in on the butt. You didn't leave when Steve would go in there while I went to naked in the bathtub and you asked him what the hell he doing. And I got all we taped. So I'm going to save them tapes if y'all want to bring me to court. And in 48 hours when I get my summons, I'm going to put all that shit out here. Let's do this. Mary, you asked for this. I stay loyal to you. I am a friend. But when you come do me, one was enough. 2 was too many. You won't even get a third time. This shit's it for me. And when I get off this mic, this is not about disrespecting Mary. This is not about violating Mary. But Mary thought that Storm was going to be some kind of flunky. Like I ain't going to call the blogger name. But there was a blogger who talked to me. And as soon as Steve Harvey people contacted her, she went and got her a new ponytail, a raggedy, it wasn't even human, bitch. You could have got a human one. Some raggedy ass Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde fingernails. She went and got her little board. She had teeth. She ain't put nothing on her lips. The shit looked like she had ring around the lips. And you try to come for me? Really? So she thought that Storm would be that same sellout blogger, or she thought that Storm would run and tuck his tail and go get drunk like Tasha K did, or she thought that she could sit up here and maneuver the lies she has told for so many years. And she thought that now that she know I'm finna expose her ass, that we got to go to the hospital. I'm feeling bad. Essie Berry ain't my friend, but I've been your friend all this time, but I didn't even want to be your friend because you bought your friends. You bought your friends. You said that on the video. I used to take my friends and we used to fly here, we used to fly there because you paid for your friends. You didn't have to buy me. I came with loyalty. I came with receipts. I came as an activist. It should, and I didn't give a damn if it was Steve Harvey. That's where you messed up at, and that's what all y'all losers who talking shit about me don't understand. Steve Harvey was just a celebrity case that I had came across because he beat his son, and I still hold these papers up to this day. But I've done cases before, and they call me the bulldog because I don't take my teeth out. I want to win. So don't sit up here and blame me because you got dead in. And keep it real. Storm said something about Bill Cosby. She tried to interject on that lie. So now do Camille know you was sitting up in her house with Bill Cosby and her man? Because you told me Camille was there. It sounds more better what you just said. So you talking about Margie coming out to Judge Chambers. What chambers were you coming out in Bill Cosby house? I just want to know, since we going to make people look like liars and nobody's going to tell the truth about shit. You're just as bad as Steve and Margie too, because you covered it up. So now what y'all going to do? You're going to pay Mary? And then you're gonna go get Mary, Margie, Steve, all y'all niggas together. Y'all can't whoop me. So bring whatever you gonna bring and bring that smoke. And if you bring some smoke to Storm, I got so much credibility now that any lawyer will take his case and eat y'all asses up. Because they all on the internet showing that Steve, me and Storm didn't put out no picture of him kissing Bill Cosby. Where did that come from? Me and Storm didn't put out no picture of him kissing Diddy. Where did that come from? I did put out one where you said Kenny Dingaling was in Steve's face. I mean, you know, his Dingaling
all
was
in
in
his
Steve's face. I did do that.
Woke up all like that.
But you didn't want us to do that. Yeah, like that. See, you doing just, oh, my bad. But he was naked doing it. So he was naked. So y'all, let's come on, bring the smoke. If y'all, that's exactly how it was. Oh, my bad. He thought, Mary said he thought that dude was going to get him hooked up. If she knew that one about her husband, why would she say that? If you knew your husband went on the down low, Mary said, why does that irritate you that I said Mary said? You said it. You said everything. But what I did, I saw some bloggers saying, Essie keeps saying, Mary said, and she didn't put no produce no videos that Mary said it. So Mary, forgive me if I call somebody bluff. But everything I say, that Bill Cosby shit, I'm going to find that video and put it out there. Because Geneva already got you tape saying that you could tape us. And then Geneva's going to tell you for herself, too. Geneva Closet, if y'all don't know, because Mary was all on there spilling her guts with Geneva, too. And I do believe that she probably drinks sometime, because I know I bought her liquor. And maybe she get liquored up and forget what she say. I don't know. But you know what they say. What a man said drunk they want to say when they were sober. They just didn't know how to say it.
And let's not forget too, let's not forget to speaking of sucking dick. Who else sucked some dick in this case and still didn't come out with nothing? I would hate to slob on a knob and still come out losing. Just a dick sucking loser. And a white dick at that.
So okay, so we went out a little bit, Storm, so they may didn't hear what you said. Now, Mary, you told me this, but then I thought about what you said, go Storm?
No, I was just saying, go, yeah, it's just somebody else in this case that was sucking deep, but yeah, you go ahead, you tell.
Okay. Now, I don't say 100%. I don't know 100% that Mary slobbed on the joystick, okay? Mary had an attorney. I know Steve paid the attorney $226,000. When Mary had this white attorney, I guess 2007, whenever she had him, she didn't win. But Mary said she was sitting in a chair, and the dude walked up, unbuttoned his pants, and whipped his joystick out. And what did you do with it, Mary? Mary, you want to call and tell Storm what you did? Because you wanted to win the case, you did what? I'm listening. I want you to tell him, Mary, because how did that man get his dingaling straight in your face like that because you were trying to win your case? Let's go tell your business now, Mary, since you want to tell all Steve stuff and put him out here. So you thirsty enough to do the same thing that you said Margie did. Oh, this finna get deep. You ready for the next one, Storm?
Yes,
and that was a white man that put his joystick in my face. Excuse me?
No, I said, yes, ma'am. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
And I don't give a damn if everybody on this page saying Mary friend. Mary was never my friend. Mary paid for friends. She didn't have to pay me shit. But matter of fact, can I get my little 3 or $4,000 back that I spent on you when you didn't do shit for me, but bring me further in the hole. I lost my shop. I lost my house. I lost everything behind you, and I'm still running my mouth. Bitch, I ran my mouth more for you and your son than really I didn't do it for you because I knew you were raggedy a long time ago. So are y'all ready to hear how I knew? And Steve, this is one for you too, Steve, because I kind of feel sorry for your ass. But you didn't ask me what Essie thought. Y'all were too busy trying to blackmail me. And Mary, how dare you say that warrant ain't go away? She said that warrant's not gonna go away in Texas. She said that her and Steve on good standing terms. Well, what the hell you gonna call to tell me?
I forgot
Go
that.
ahead.
Thank you. On the phone, Mary said, she said, Storm, whether you believe it or not, there is no love lost between Steve and I. She said there is no bad blood. So we all on this internet windmilling for you. And he done allegedly cheated you out of all your money in a divorce. And we supposed to feel so sorry that he went on and moved on.
But we know he beat your kid.
We know he beat your kid. But you sit on that phone and say somebody that did that to Winton. Mind you, Winton had blood in his urine for weeks. You know how bad you got to be beat to have blood in your urine? And you say there is no love lost? So really, this whole thing, it wasn't about Winton, and it wasn't about murder of your soul, if you ever had one. Your feelings were hurt, and you still love Steve, and you want Steve back. That's the truth. And if he called your ass tomorrow, you would go running back. All this shit online. All this shit online. All the bloggers from Tasha K to Lionel B to Geneva's Closet, everybody that's covered this story, not just because it was Steve Harvey, because we felt bad for you. And you sit on the phone and tell me, basically, you still love the nigga. Girl, bye. Your ass needs to be in the hospital. Your ass need to be in the hospital. Check your ass in there for a couple weeks. Because you lost your mind.
So Mary, how much did they pay you? How much did they pay you to call Storm and try to threaten me and Storm? Because you did this to me in Geneva. Matter of fact, Storm, you got lucky. He gave Geneva a gag, tried to get Geneva a gag order. Geneva put it in a frame. How many people is Steve Harvey, black people? How many more black people is Steve Harvey going to try to shut up behind his ass? How many? So let me go further. Y'all ready to know who Mary is? And Mary, I'm finna put the bombshell in your damn shell because you should have left me alone. And matter of fact, Mary wrote me a letter saying, I got your phone call 2 weeks ago. I just decided not to answer the phone because I didn't want to. You don't want to hear what I got to say. You too difficult. But my ass wasn't difficult when I was fighting for your damn baby. It wasn't too difficult when they was calling me bitches, sluts, and hoes. It wasn't too difficult when you admitted that your son and Steve and all them were cyberbullying me and stalking me. And you think that I should just go away. And to add insults to injuries, y'all, she lied and told Storm, Essie Berry, that shit didn't go on the paper. It wasn't on the internet. It didn't go out to the media. The only thing called Essie a co-conspirator and a extortionist, it was sealed in some documents. So why you got to seal that lie? So I'm going to live with that lie. Mary, like, sense-wise, think it's okay for Steve to lie and say I'm a co-conspirator and extortionist. That should be investigated alone. That I'm a civil rights activist fighting for people's rights. I found out that Winter was abused 5 years after he was abused. Mary sat her ass on the internet, scared as hell, the coward that she is. Never once said that Winter got beat in any kind of way. Knew there was a police report that existed. She couldn't get it, and then I got it in 2013. She should be giving me a standing ovation because as a mother, I did what the fuck you couldn't do for your kid. Now that's the truth. But let me go further. If y'all didn't know, Steve, this is a 2 point for you. But you still beat Winton, and you still need to be up on investigation. Margie need to be up on investigation because she knew it. Mary needed a little help because you sat your ass on the internet for 5 years. And let me tell you why I still brought that up. Because I looked at people kept saying that Mary was on the internet. But then something, I don't know why I thought it was 2009, but it don't matter when it was. This is a legal paper in 2008 saying Winter was beaten. This is one in 2015 saying what Steve did to snatch his baby out of college. To know that Mary kept jumping up on internets, everything. One day Mary said Winter was on his way to college. So she went up there to see him. He said, now you showing up trying to be a mama. You know why he said that? Because the fuck you was never a mother either. I fought more for your son in these last 10 years than you done fought in your whole life. That's what Winter, that's why Winter probably don't want to be bothered with you. He said that he knew that Steve did what he did because Storm just read that letter. But to know that Winter said, oh, now you're trying to show up to be a mother, I never knew why Winter made that comment. But after really praying about it, and Storm told me that Mary had called him, I say, now, God, you know I'm triggered. So give me a peace of mind so when I come on this mic, I'll know what to say. And what I looked at is that this happened in 2008. And every time Mary got up on the platform, she hollered about her money, but she never hollered about her baby being beat up. Why? But if you want to get a little deeper and tell you who Mary is, and Mary, you can sue me, but then you'll have to go get your ex-husband. So if y'all don't know it, Mary was remarried after Steve Harvey. What? Oh my God. Say it ain't so. Mary. Yeah. Watch out now. So Mary was married after Steve Harvey. But Mary was getting $40,000 a month in alimony. So when she married this guy, she found out that she wasn't going to get her alimony no more. But the guy she married was an electricianist. So I guess he electrified her at the moment, and that's why she married him. Or did she just want to throw darts at Steve because he had got married? I'll show him. He went and got Margie. I'll get me an electrician. But it still wasn't Steve. So Mary got married to this guy. And when she got married to the guy, she was with him for 30 days. And then she divorced him. She divorced him because she figured out then, damn, I divorced him. I ain't going to get my alimony no more. Because once you remarry, you don't get your alimony no more.
Cut off.
So Steve was like, hell yeah, got her off my alimony, doo-dah. I ain't got to pay Mary no more. That's what Steve was singing all the way to the bank. So when Mary found out she couldn't get her alimony no more because she had got married, she divorced the dude in 30 days. Yeah, 30-day fiance. Oh, y'all didn't know that? But it's getting ready to get ugly. The man was good to Mary, and I met him. He was a nice guy. He was a hardworking guy. He was a very sincere guy, and I liked his spirit. Mary was the type person, she'll come and holler at you for that time, because when she thinks of money involved and Stephen thinks she going to say something, now she can't get you no more, Steve. I'd have put all her business out there, so you ain't got to worry about Mary saying that because I got all her conversations. Mary was going to, are y'all ready? You ready, Storm?
I'm ready.
You ready, Storm?
I'm ready.
Mary had came to me one day because after she had divorced this guy, she was still with him, but he had gave her a car. You know, people who done got out of the industry, they still try to try cars and stuff that look like they rich. They ain't got no damn money, but they got a car. They'll live in their car. I think it was either BMW or Mercedes, one or the other. So Mary had told me, and Mary, I'm gonna tell you how I know in a minute. So don't ever pull a whole car with me, because I'll tell all your damn business. I'm not scared about going to jail. Mary was going to sleep with her husband and tell the police that he raped her. Mary told me that, and I told her that was some fucked up shit to do. Mary don't know to this day, but go get your ex-husband now, Mary. Yeah, lay back. Go get the man that you married as a Steve. I called Mary husband and I told Mary husband, Mary's gonna set you up for rape. But by that time, y'all, how I'm gonna walk away because they got me all in the paper as a extortion and co-conspirator. So I'm still trying to clear my name. So I knew who the fuck Mary was a long time ago. So Mary, if you didn't know, I told your ex-husband, the one after Steve, that you were gonna set him up for rape. Take the car because she was gonna set this man up for rape because she wanted his car and she wanted his house and she wanted the little furniture that was in his house that he had so worked hard for. He couldn't believe that I told him that. But I didn't know who Mary was, and I felt like Mary would do something like that. So I called Mary ex-husband and told Mary ex-husband that he was going to set her up for rape. There we go, y'all. That's who Mary is. So, Steve, if your ass had came to me a long time ago and talked to me, I just wanted an apology because it was so deep that you wanted to lie on me and say I'm a co-conspirator and extortionist. And Mary's no better than Margie. I don't even know if Margie would have did no shit like that. But Mary, don't play with me. Go ask your husband. Did I call him and tell him out my own words that you were going to set him up for rape and he better run the other way? He thanked me from the bottom of his heart. So cats, I knew who the fuck Mary was in 2013 and 14. But guess what? It was too late because Steve had already tried to set me up like I was a criminal. Mary lied and told Storm that it never made it to the media. He took every one of my names, a.k.a. Essie Berry, a.k.a. this, a.k.a. trying to make me look like a criminal. So how was Mary, and people knew it. People knew that Mary was not the friend that I was. People knew that, okay? But even though people knew that, it's still, I had to still try to get my name clear, you guys. What was I supposed to do? Just walk around and let Steve Harvey lie and say I was a co-conspirator and I was not a co-conspirator? So Mary's notes, I mean, she'll talk about you and then smile in your face. She had some women that she was supposed to go out with. She said, yeah, they don't recognize I'm Mary Harvey, and I used to buy them dinner and take them out. I don't want to deal with none of them hoes and bitches. I said, is that right, Mary? She thought she was too good. I was working in a beauty shop. I lost my beauty shop behind all this. I had to walk away, but Mary swept trash in it, and she thought she was too good to even sweep a dustpan full of hair in my beauty shop. So one day she said these women invited her to something. She said, I'm not going to go. So she swept and came up in the shop, got clean, swept one dustpan of trash. I think I put like $100 in her pocket. She said, I'm finna go. As soon as she got the money, she was gone. She went straight to them same women that she talked about. That's who the fuck Mary Harvey is. So really, I know, but look how I protected her. Look how I kept my mouth shut. But you think I looked at Mary the same when I found that she was going to set her husband up for rape? So could you imagine really some of the things she would do to Steve? Now you can't lie about the child abuse. Here's go two of them right here.
That's in black
and white. You can't lie about that, Steve. But Mary even lied about that. Well, she didn't lie. She just kept her mouth closed. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Mary made sure that I kept protecting her because she knew if I kept, she would win. Mary says she's higher than me. If that's what you think, so be it. I was never trying to be higher than Mary. I was trying to protect her son. But you see how simple-minded she is, that she went to Storm and tried to betray a woman that she didn't have no friends. I came with no money attached. I came with no strings attached. I came with the truth, and I've been blackmailed by Steve Harvey ever since. And everybody shut it up. Everybody just did their own thing. But in the end of it, Winter to me suffered the most. And I ain't gonna lie, I know I suffered because I had to move, relocate. As Storm said, I had to change my life behind what Steve Harvey did. So to know that Mary got on this platform and tried to manipulate Storm, I have so much respect for you, Mr. Storm, because you didn't let that happen. And neither did Geneva when I went on her platform. You're about the only two bloggers that I know that ain't scared of nothing. And don't nobody give a damn about going to court. Why does somebody care? Why do you got to be threatened about court? Because you know how big somebody else ain't gonna be if we connect with Steve Harvey. So go ahead and do that. And that little ratchet ass thing she sent Storm talking about take down the videos. And then how dare Mary? So you've been shut up for 10 years and you gonna throw something at Storm and me talking about $250 fine, 10 years in jail. How much time is it for a mother who shut up the fuck up for 5 years and then tell that the baby daddy beat her? And an activist had to come and tell that your man, your ex-baby daddy beat your kid. What's up with that? What do you get for that? So do I get any recognition? And do y'all know to this day, Mary has never said, thank you, Essie. I appreciate you. Steve Harvey lied on you. Thank you for standing for my baby. But when I told her I was going to tell about this rape shit, she tried to come back with a new letter. And matter of fact, let's go put some more of your business out there. Ruth. Good night, John boy, because I'm going to put all y'all asses to sleep. Ruth, didn't you tell me the reason why Mary ain't cool with some of her sisters is because Mary slept with her sister's husband? So how the fuck is she better than Margie? Because y'all spread the coochie around too. So we gonna go tell business since you gonna make me look like a liar, and I got to. Ruth, you remember you telling me that, right, Ruth? But Ruth is two-faced. Ruth just was there trying to be Mary. Mary said Ruth wanted to be like her. Mary said that Ruth took a picture and cut it out and put, since you're going to run with Mary, and put it in her folder and cut Mary's face off of it. Ruth taped her face to Steve Harvey because she was infatuated with Steve too. Did you know that Mary found that picture, Ruth? If she didn't, that's what she told me. So what we really doing here when we just want to lay the truth out? So Mary, you slept with your sister's husband, but you want to talk about Margie being a hoe. I don't owe you no loyalty because you trying to make me look like I'm not truthful. And I'm the broad that fought for your son. I'm the female that fought and got a police report open because you couldn't get it. I'm the broad that said that Steve beat your kid because you were too busy on the internet. Oh, my Winton, and oh, and what he did, and Steve knew, and oh my God, you did the same damn thing to Marcia. So stop it. Cancel Steve. Cancel him. Y'all spread this. He should be canceled. Here go 2 police reports of abuse. Why he ain't canceled? Then I got 3 police reports and 2 restraining orders. Why he ain't canceled? Why Mary still jumping on this mic? Mary, maybe you should stay in the hospital and get you some rest now because we finna put your ass to sleep. Don't ever come for somebody like me because I come with receipts. And when I come with receipts, I ain't got a 100% winning rate because I'm dumb. I got a 100% winning rate because I work for God and I tell the truth and it's of justice. So never did I want to do this to Mary, but Mary did it to herself, especially when he called my whole car and you try to make me look some kind of way. And I can't even wait when Geneva put all the conversations out about what you said, but we got witnesses for all that, Mary. So you already, like she should tell people, go take a nap. Are you taking a nap since Ruth? Did you take a nap on the way to the hospital? Because you didn't see me in Storm. And you stupid if you sat up and watched it. Because that's your fault if you watched it and knew me and Storm was going to come home. So you can't sue me and Storm, girl. I know the law now. You should have knew I knew the law because I whooped your husband ass. One of the richest men in the world. I busted one of the richest men in the world. And you sit up here trying to come for me. What they do it at? Steve hired all dumb crooks. I'm ghetto, but I know law. I'm ghetto, but I told on your ass. I'm ghetto, but I got receipts behind mine. Y'all all rich folks who eat caviar and whatever else, bonbons and weenies, and y'all all are dumb crooks. That's all I have to say.
Essie, I want to say thank you. Thank you for coming up. I think after today, that's it. We wrapped the bow on this. We put a bow on this.
So no, let me put this out here. I don't think that me and Mary has ever been friends. I think I was Mary's friend, but Mary was never my friend. So right now, today, I don't have to put out no more videos. They all should be up an investigation. I really don't have nothing else to say about Mary, but I'm telling you, Ruth, go sit your Ruth ass down somewhere. Don't contact Storm no more, because this ain't what you want over here. You said all about your sister, and then now you trying to act like you a guardian. You was the main one that scared, tucked your tail, and didn't say nothing about Mary. Less than 6 months ago, Ruth told me to go somewhere, shut up and sit down, because I shouldn't keep telling Mary business. Bitch, as long as I got a warrant for me that shouldn't be on me in a state I've never been in, I'm going to talk as long as I need to. So if y'all are smart right now, instead of sending me any more paper trying to shut me or Storm up, you'll send me a paper saying, Essie, there's no warrant for you. Please just go the fuck away and leave us alone. And I'll do that. But I'm still going to write my book. I'm finishing that up. But I ain't got to make no more videos, because me and Storm just dropped the mic. It's a wrap. And I don't ever want to hear, I don't even want no friends named Mary. If your name Mary, you better change your name to something else. You better call it Carrie, because I don't want nobody even Mary. I ain't representing nobody case named Mary. I don't want nobody named Steve. I don't want nobody named Ricky. I don't want nobody named Bobby, Angela, Margie. I ain't taking nobody with them names. Y'all have a good night.
It's a Storm Show. Ay, it's a Storm Show.